And you are welcome. It's time for some motivation, especially on a Monday morning. This is how we get started. Today, we are joined by Ladipo Soyombo. He is an oil and gas executive entrepreneur, pastor, and founder of the youth empowerment platform CrossPoint Innovative, which he started in a bid to empower young entrepreneurs with executives in different fields. Now, he's right here with us, and of course, we are talking about a very interesting topic as we round off on December. But first of all, welcome. Good morning to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Now this topic is very interesting because it's the first time I'll actually be actively discussing it with somebody. We are talking about preparing for 2022. And I asked the question, what is there to prepare for? Isn't it the same as 2021 or 2020 or the year before that? What are we changing? What mindset are we looking forward to have as we go into this new year? And what are the peculiarities of 2022?
Well, the first thing, I think you just said something very critical about your mindset, right? So New Year's and calendars will always change. It's part of just the journey of being in life. But what is important is a renewed mind will give you a renewed life, right? So majorly what we have to change now is our belief systems and mindsets, right? Because once we begin to change that, we begin to experience outwardly what we are taking inwardly, right? So it must be a goal-setting mindset that will really create the new year that we really desire, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, stepping into 2021, we had very many concerns, most of which everybody sort of had this renewed concern about their health, their well-being. There were also some commercial, or should I say financial concerns as well, because coming from a situation where it was really, I've lost so much. Some people lost jobs from before, some people never came into this year as healthy as they were, and all. 2022 also would have its own factors, things that we have to be prepared for. What are these factors and how do we prepare for them?
Well, first of all, in life, you must learn to deal with uncertainties, right?
Preach on.
Yeah.
And of course, you are a pastor.
Yeah. So one part of being an adult is responsibility, and responsibility will make you deal with uncertainties, right? And we should also realize that there is always gain in pain, right? Because many times what we go through sometimes will prepare us for what is ahead of us, right? So there's a way to, the perspective of what we went through in 2021 will guide us into how we can maximize 2022. Now, obviously, there are various issues happening in the world now with pandemics and issues with economic instabilities, but what we really need to do is to be able to have a right perspective despite it all, because in every situation there is still a light at the tunnel. So that mindset or that doggedness is required, you know, to sustain and have that push continuously.
Everybody's concerned about their pockets.
Yeah.
Making ends meet has gotten really harder to make those ends meet these days. And 2022 is, well, we are going in with renewed hope. Yes. I'm hoping.
Yeah,
you know.
you should.
But things might not be as they used to be. So for someone who's used to luxury, for instance, what should they be considering as they step out of this year into the next? How do they change that luxurious mindset and still maintain a complete sense of self?
Well, I think first of all, what you need to really look at is what are your goals? Who do you want to become, and who are you, and what are your real tenets and belief systems, and what do you really want to become, right? Some people may feel, I mean, luxury is really subjective, right? Right. So at the base of it all, I believe living a life of impact is what is most important. So if you're looking to impact lives, and if you are looking to be of a blessing to people, whether you live a luxurious life or not, in quote, at the end of it all, what are your dreams and aspirations, and what are the things that you really believe you want to achieve that will bring smiles to other people's faces, and that becomes a greater assignment than your lifestyle.
I see that that's going to be a very big fit for a lot of us, because we've grown up to be concerned
with
I don't know, we're selfish. Yeah, you just said that. We're a very selfish lot of people. Not in a bad way, but in the sense that we want to be comfortable. We want to,
naturally.
you know, make sure that we get the latest this or the latest that because I don't know what we're trying to prove, but it's a selfish society.
Yeah.
To change that mindset is going to take a lot.
That's
to be able to say,
Definitely.
okay, now I want to live a life of impact. I want to touch people here and there where it matters. How do I begin to even do that as a selfish person?
Well, true happiness is in serving others, right? As much as you feel, you know, the more you acquire, the more happy you become. Most of the time, it doesn't work that way, right? Because you should be more interested in who you are becoming than what you're acquiring. Because who you are becoming is more important, because at the end of it all, when you are in your room, when no one is there, you are left with yourself.
Yeah,
not the
you
things
can't
you
lie
have.
to yourself at that point.
That's right.
That's very interesting.
That's right.
Now, on a final note,
Yes,
in preparation for 2022, what one statement do you have for everybody who's concerned about their new year?
Goals, goals, goals. All successful people have intensified goals that they create in their minds, right? Your mind needs a focus, right? Once your mind has a focus, all the energy and potential in you activates towards that focus. So just get a focus, get a dream again. Dream again. I know we have been hit by different stuff.
Yeah, the challenges.
Yeah, but you need to look at failure as an event and not a status.
Nice. Look at failure as an event and not a status. It will happen, but it's not the destination. It should just simply be something you surmount and be stronger.
That's right.
That's my own motivation for you guys. But thank you very much, Mr. Ladipo, for coming.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
it's
it.
fantastic having you here.
You too.
And I think I'm a bit encouraged and prepared for 2022.
Awesome.
And I'm hoping that yours is going to be as fantastic as the one that I dream of.
I believe so,
and also the one that I anticipate for everybody who's out there. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody, and listening to this segment here. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Ladipo.
Again,
and of course, we've got more coming our way. It's just a Monday. It's just the start. We are going to end this year with you in grand style. Don't you worry. Let's find out exactly what's happening inside the kitchen.